Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm working on my speaking. I was listening back to some of my videos and my speaking sounds really bad. So I think maybe it's either the recording conditions or something. But yeah, anyways, I want to speak about a very important topic, which is that you should be rehearsing the way you speak. You should be rehearsing the way you speak and you should be doing it all the time. You know, One of the biggest things that I'll tell you about being a confident man and etc. is that a lot of us, when we speak, we just say words that just come to our mind. The first thing that comes to our mind. When somebody says, "Hey, how are you?" "Ah, no, I'm just good." Or da 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 da. You don't really think through your words. You don't really think through how am I going to say this? How I'm going to project. The way you speak is almost just as important as what you are even speaking about. You know, I have people who I listen to, and they give me sometimes advice in a way. But their delivery of the fundamental point is oftentimes so horrible and is so terrible that I have to like almost work to decipher it. And it kind of pisses me off because like it's kind of mixed in with some shit, so I have to like extract the lesson for myself. Don't be one of those people when you speak. Even me right now, I notice as I speak, I tend to slur my words a little bit. I think it's something that I picked up when I was younger, when I thought it made me cool or something. No, it just makes you sound illiterate. It makes you sound inarticulate. You sound horrible. Awful. You sound awful. So I'm trying to definitely fix up my English, make it sound shiny, make it sound good, better. Just enunciate, or is it pronounce the full word, right? But that's something that you guys should be doing as well. Like, don't just rehearse one place. Say good. Have a rehearsal right now with the voice and the bass you want. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mister. Whatever. Good morning. This. How are you doing today? Hi. Excuse me. What's your name? Hello. Hi. Like literally run through these scenarios because one of the things that I heard before, and it's been so true, first impressions count. First impression matters. And I know that sounds like, oh, why doesn't it matter? Doesn't it change? You have to understand that most people, once they get a snapshot of you, they're going to always have that snapshot as a reference for whatever happens in the future at the bare bones. So if I met a guy, you meet somebody and they're fat, that was like part of how you remember them, the fat guy. That's always going to be remembered. Oh, this guy used to be fat. Like, even if he does lose weight, which most people won't lose it, but anyways, which most people will not lose it, but anyways. And that's a very big part of the situation and circumstance you all need to understand, because of the fact that like when you rehearse your speech, you rehearse the way you sound, you rehearse your words, you rehearse all these different things. It is because you want to signal power, you want to signal capability, you want to signal strength. Think about this right now. Think about this. You in your mind right now. You are going to meet two people. Let's say you meet guy A. Tall, or at least, okay, yeah. But let's say he's tall, okay, in shape, well dressed, well groomed, clear skin, combed hair, well fitted clothes. He reaches out to shake your hand and says, "Good morning, how are you?" It's a strong voice compared to some other guy. And he's like, okay, maybe he's like a little bit of the opposite, but okay, let's say same exact scenario. All these good indicators, tall, in shape, da 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 da. Meets up, he says, "Hey, how are you, man?" Notice how guy A sounds better than guy B, saying, "Good morning, how are you?" versus, "Hey, man, what's good?" One sounds childish and annoying. The other one sounds like I'm speaking to a real man. I'm talking to somebody now. And this is all forming part in how to move within the world. I had a part in one of my videos um, where I spoke about never begging. When you come out as number two, you come out needing a suggestion, or hey, I have this plumbing business. I need somebody to help me with accounting. Do you know anybody? That's very different from, hey man, you know, can I please get an accountant? One sounds needy, the other sounds a bit different. It sounds like, oh my God, I'm adding to something important. And people love being added to things that are important. You should see this stuff, man. People love being added to things that are important or that look like it's going somewhere or something. People are so involved. People do not mind spending their calories on that. Because all these methods, tactics, tricks, whatever you want to call them, they're not even tricks. All these methods that you need to do, they are to help you project yourself into this world as best as possible. Because one of the biggest things you guys need to understand is that just because, at least I learned this, which was like, just because you see something a specific type of way or you understand the situation a specific type of way doesn't mean everybody else does. Not like you. People are different. And a lot of them, it's going to follow this consensus like I'm talking about. So it's so important you practice the way you speak because people, human beings, are highly emotional creatures. Very emotional. And every little thing matters. Every little thing matters. Like this is gonna sound bad, but if you're on a wheelchair, people notice. If your one leg looks bigger than the other for some reason, it's people are gonna notice. If your ear is missing, people are going to notice. If you're missing an eye, people are going to notice. If you sound weak, people are going to notice. And let me tell you how human beings are. Human beings are insanely competition driven. Insanely. Everybody hates being below another person. And okay, it might not bother them at that time, but at one stage or another, somewhere in there, some people more, somewhere in there inside of them, they're going to get pissed off, they're going to get annoyed, and it's not going to sit well with them. But ironically, the people who are quote unquote better are better for a reason, are better for a reason. And that's one of the things you need to always remember and understand is that, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot ever sound weak or timid in anything. Because like I said before in my last video, never beg. I don't care what. Do not beg. Begging for what? Begging for who? And it's so funny because some people will beg and all this other stuff, but people don't respect you when you're begging them. They feel like you're annoying. They feel like, what the fuck do you want? People respect strength, not weakness. People will power up with strength. People will even listen to a strong person, but a weak person that they do not even have time for you. They do not even want to listen to a single word you're saying because it's just not worth their time. So always project strength as much as possible and in as many ways as you can, and that's just the reality. That's just the reality of how this world is. And, dude, people are so vicious and they're vultures. You need to project strength every step of the way. Every step of the way. Like literally. So, yeah, that's one of the biggest points I want you to know. Rehearse your speech, rehearse your talking, please. Rehearse your speech. How are you going to sound? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? Da 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 da. Whatever. Any conversation from opening greetings to maybe a short conversations in the beginning or something like that. From requests to thank you letters. I don't know. All of it. You need to practice that stuff because it is very important. So, yeah, that's what I have to say.